Hello, bookkeepers and roofers. Welcome to my channel. I am so happy that you are here today. And our topic for today is going to be generating your first bookkeeping client. I know that is a big task to do and getting through that first step, especially if you are a new bookkeeper. But it can also happen to experienced bookkeepers as well, as we're adding on new clients and maybe other clients went a different direction, or someone in their family is going to be doing the bookkeeping. But how do you turn that one client into an actual business and a bookkeeping business? So we're going to dive into that today. Our first point is focus on delivering results. So when you're not just doing the work, but when you are hired to do the bookkeeping, say for a roofing company, a contractor, you want to make sure that you're getting in there and taking care of the client very well. You're doing the bookkeeping, but not just the bookkeeping. You're looking for ways to improve their workflow. You're looking at ways to help them improve profits in their business. You're looking for ways to be an asset to their company, opposed to being an expense. So for us bookkeepers, if we were to look at the profit and loss, you're going to see expenses, office expenses. And if we're not careful, we end up in there as an accounting expense. But we want to turn that over from an expense into our balance sheet as an asset. So that is another way that we can look at that. What can we do for a client to actually help them? It could be organizing their QuickBooks so they can clearly understand what QuickBooks is even helping them with, or why they even need QuickBooks. They don't think about these things until the end of the year when they have to file taxes, or all these things become due all at one time. So that's what we want to really look at, of how we can be an asset to the clients that we serve. Our second point is to build confidence through repetition. When you keep doing the bookkeeping every week, week in and week out, you will get to know the client's books, and you will also get to know how to do things faster and how to do a better job of doing things, because that is always the key with business, with bookkeeping, is you have to practice it. You can't just sit there and watch it. We can't just sit and watch a video and say, oh, we get that, we understand that. And then when we get in QuickBooks, then it takes practice to get even similar to what that video just showed us how to do. And I've done that so many times myself. I was trying to learn something specifically of how you do something in QuickBooks. There's a guy that I would watch, and so he was like really good. But it's always different when it's your client, a different situation, and you're trying to apply those things. So we do need a lot of practice in our bookkeeping business, not just in bookkeeping, but our bookkeeping and our marketing and our conversations with people, booking appointments for ourselves, seeing how we can help people. And then the most important thing is learning then from those feedbacks. Even if you have a call with someone or a Zoom call with someone and you don't actually get that account, it still can help you see what problems they could be facing, whether those are some problems you can help them solve or not. They may be problems that you can help them solve. If you're doing the bookkeeping and they're wanting someone to help them increase leads and get more roofing jobs and that type of thing, then that wouldn't be in your wheelhouse, is what I call it. So, but we do have to, repeatedly doing things with our brain, so then our brain begins to understand it. And then when we are going through our QuickBooks and our bank feeds and everything, then we can make those decisions really quick as we're going through that. So if you think about your first time that you went through a bank feed and now where you are going through a bank feed, I'm sure you'll find that you can do it a whole lot better. You know how to do some rules that work for you and not against you. Some rules, a lot of people set up a lot of rules, and that can end up a lot of cleanup work for you because not every time does an expense go to that category. QuickBooks has it to that category, and if you didn't review the transaction itself, then you may not get that correctly. And also be careful with that when you're setting up rules, to where at the very bottom when you're setting up that rule that you unclick QuickBooks to automatically record this for you, because it's really important that you go through every transaction and actually see what the bank description is on it to make sure that you get it recorded in the correct income, expense, loan, or whatever the case may be. I've seen like too many cases of people that they set up these rules and forgot about it, and then QuickBooks is doing a bunch of stuff behind closed doors there, and you have a hard time finding out then what happened to all this information. So we do want to just keep practicing what we're doing, and that can help you there. Keep it simple. Keep your calendar simple. Keep your workflow simple so that you can get all of this done. But this will help you in getting your first client or your 10th client as doing their bookkeeping for them. But that client will help you, your first client, even if the first 5 clients say that you sold your services maybe for $500. So now you've got some practice in. So when you start with your 6th client, you're going to increase that up to $1,000 per month. And so this is how you're going to get to having a 6-figure income and a 6-figure system, is by pricing things at the right price and building up the revenue in your business, while at the same time you are helping your contractor increase their profits, and you're becoming an asset in their business. You're becoming part of their team. So this is how we build up a business that does generate $5,000 per month. And you can do this whether you're experienced, whether you're just starting out. Maybe you're going to look at taking on some accounts that are really simple. Just doing some basic things like setting up QuickBooks Online for them, going through their bank feed, doing your reconciliation. At the end of the month, looking at profit and loss reports, or even weekly looking at profit and loss reports to help your client. Whatever you can do to help your client, whether it's simple or whether you are an advanced bookkeeper doing job costing and you're working with third-party apps and that type of thing. So you just want to, put your best side out there, and you can build a bookkeeping business where it is a 6-figure business, that you have 10 clients. That's always my goal to help you with, is to get 10 clients where you're charging at least $1,000 a month. And sometimes you may have clients that you already have. Like I say, maybe you're sitting at 300, 500, 800, and then you can gradually be adding more services for them of different things that they need, and then gradually increase your price. So by the beginning of 2027, that $500 client now is actually a $1,000 per month client. And so that gives you recurring revenue, and it keeps some money coming in every month. And just like you're working on a job, if you were working for somebody, you have a flow of work coming in. And then you also, if you take it a step further, each client that you bring, that you're going to do bookkeeping work for, if you have a yearly engagement letter, then you know that they're going to stay with you for a year unless they give a 30-day notice that their business could be going down, or someone in the family is going to do the bookkeeping, or they're just looking for something different, because sometimes we're not a match for somebody. We're not perfect. So everybody has their own, someone's easier to communicate with, or they're wanting advanced things to do. So it could be any of those things, but you can build that $5,000 a month bookkeeping business. And I do want to invite you to join our Bookkeepers Connection. It's totally free. There's a lot of bookkeepers and roofers that are in Bookkeepers Connection. And then you can see what your next step is and keep on progressing in your bookkeeping business as well. I will also put in the description the link for Bookkeepers Connection. And then if you do want to book a call with me to look at what your current situation is and what you're looking to do in the next 90 days, what you're looking to do to the end of 2026. I am in Bookkeepers Connections. It's over on the school platform. So each day I'm over there doing some posting, some training over there. And then you can ask any questions too in the comments that you need answered. Or like I say, you can book a call with me directly, and then we can see exactly where you are in your business. Thank you. And this is the last video in our Pillar 1. So our next video series is going to be building our bookkeeping business, and six-figure bookkeeping business at that. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.